And joining us now, two-time Super Bowl champion Eli Manning of the New York Football Giants. Eli, obviously a huge game coming up this weekend, but before we talk about that, I want to ask you about another award that you've received recently, the Giants nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. What does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. Just my dad talks a lot about Walter Payton, and they played at the same time, and what kind of person he was. A great character, obviously a tremendous player on the field and his work ethic, but off the field, just a great guy to be around and did so much for charities. So for me, it's really about all the people, all the different charities that I work with, and all the people surrounding those charities that work day in, day out and do everything. This is really giving them recognition for all the hard work that they do, and how many people we're helping each and every day.
Yet two of the charities that you're a big part of, the New York March for Babies and Tackle Kids Cancer at Hackensack University Medical Center. Why are children's charities so important to you?
I think it started just, probably in college. The first time I went, being at Ole Miss, and went to visit a hospital and seeing children in there that were sick and having to stay in hospitals for an extended period of time is kind of the first time it hit me that what these, not only these kids, but what these families are having to go through, and I just didn't like it, and so that was kind of the start of it. So anything to do with children, getting them healthy, getting them smiling, getting them laughing, and if we can get them back to their homes with their friends and families and get them healthy, I want to be a part of it.
You guys obviously have a big game coming up this weekend. 3 teams knotted at 6 and 7 in the NFC East. For you individually, though, you're on pace statistically for your best season yet. Do you even think about that when you're in the thick of a division race like this?
No, right. Our focus is 100% on this week on Carolina and getting this win. And we know we're right in the middle of a playoff race and trying to make the playoffs. And all the teams are kind of in there with the same record. So we know each game is important, and this is all about trying to win these final games and making it into the playoffs.
When it comes down to the nitty-gritty at the end of the season like this, most people, because of your pedigree and your resume, feel like you guys have a pretty good shot to pull this out at the end. Do you feel like, because of how close you have been in so many games in the fourth quarter this season, that you are a little bit better than your 6 and 7 record?
Well, I think we've learned a lot in those games, and we want to be in those tight games. We want to be in those situations again. We had one this past weekend in Miami. We were down in the fourth quarter and came back, had the lead, and had a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter with a 4-minute drive to try to win to try to just run out the clock, and we're able to accomplish that goal. And so it's little things like that. We've accepted it. We want to be in that situation. We want to have a lead with 4 minutes left and the ball back, and let's put it on our hands to go win the game and run out the clock, and hopefully we can get in that same situation this weekend.
Panthers coming in this week, obviously the NFL's only undefeated team left in the NFL at 13-0. How much thought, if any, do you give to the fact that they are undefeated?
Well, we obviously know they're undefeated. We know what the record is, but it doesn't change in your preparation. And when you're watching film, you don't think about what the record is. You look at their schemes, you look at their players, you look at the situations they've been in. We understand they're a good team. Their offense scores a lot of points. They build leads on people. Their defense is playing outstanding. They do a great job getting to the quarterback. They get turnovers. And so we just got to look at the scheme and make sure we play a great football game.
I know one of the matchups that a lot of us are looking forward to is Odell Beckham Jr. and Josh Norman, two at the very best at their position. I'm wondering if there was a point last year, this year, that you just realized with Odell, wow, this kid is special.
I think last year there was a point. I didn't. All of training camp, all of OTAs, first 4 games of the season, he wasn't there. He wasn't at practice, but you kind of got him at practices. You start seeing just his the way he practiced, and really this, I can't talk enough about the way he practices every day. It is full speed. It is all out. It is, catch the ball, sprint 50 yards down the field, make guys miss. there's not a difference between his practice speed and his game speed, and it's impressive.
Only 5 times in your 12-year career have you run the ball in for a touchdown. Is there any truth to the rumor that if you do so this week, we could see an actual touchdown dance from you?
No, I don't know. I don't know where that information has come from. I guess I got asked about the media this week about how I felt about Cam's dancing, and I just said I was still working on my dance routine. 12 years I've been working on it, been trying to perfect it, but it's just something's not right about it. I can't quite figure out what it is, but it's just not right. It's just something, there's just this my final move, kind of that last little, really the thing that kind of makes it outstanding. I haven't perfected it yet, and until it's perfect, I am perfectionist. So until it's perfect, I can't reveal it out to the public.
All right, finally, before we let you go, Sean O'Hara always keeps us laughing in here. He calls himself 60 Cent. I want you to listen to this really quick.
Need a long thread, runs where the yak's at. Tight ends versus the Raiders, put your points on the fast track. Blake Bortles gonna find Allen Hurns on the sideline. Turn on the Jets and watch it fly by. Your points low, your picks the worst. Don't fret, tune in to game day first.
Did he ever make your ears bleed in the locker room having to listen to that?
That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing, and I'm ashamed to say that I know Sean O'Hara, and I consider him a somewhat friend. I don't know if I consider him that anymore.
Eli Manning, good luck this weekend against the Panthers. Thanks for being a good sport. We appreciate your time.
All right, thanks a lot.